Hello, folks. Robert Chinnery here. Just briefly going over the divers inquest, and it's amazing the similarities there. The police that did that shooting said that if he had to do it again, he would do the exact same thing. And in our case, the the cop that was the witness cop stated that he would have done the exact same thing. So they really are not very creative in their ways of dealing with situations. I think they're very dangerous people, and more so than ever. It appears as though Mr. Divers simply made a move, or this police officer stated that he did, and then he just shot the guy. So that's dangerous. I mean, you're actually having a citizen in your sights if that photograph is genuine, and it seems very perfect. But anyways, I can't get into that because I have no proof. If that person moved the slightest bit, they're going to get shot. So really, what sort of police force have we got running here? I don't really see them as police officers so much as executioners. And the reason they get away with that, too, is there's no social action against the police. There's no people with signs down there at the inquest. There was no people with signs down at City Hall when it happened. I just find that outrageous. And I just would recommend, if you've got the time, to tune into some of the unarmed shootings that took place in the States. I know that most of them are black people, some are not. The protests that took place over those shootings. And that's really the only thing that you can do, but at least it's something. And if we got our own alternative media, it would help. I know that Canadian awareness was put out of business by the police. At least that's what they tell me. And the videos that we made, the roundtables, etc., were all deleted. So that's not good. So we got to go back to that if people are willing to do that. Best thing would be, I know it's painful for the families of these victims to have a roundtable discussion about what took place at their inquests and questions that they have and so forth, because these police are not really playing on a fair playing field. They've got all the power in this situation. They've got the $1 million lawyers. Doesn't matter if you've got a lawyer at your inquest or your trial or your lawsuit. They've got a better lawyer. So you can either give up or get together, and all of us get together and fight these people. Really, I'm quite willing to do it. I know that a lot of you are still in pain, but what are you going to do? Just sit around and just letting them get away with all of this garbage that they dish out of what really happened in these incidences is another thing. That should be challenged. I really don't know how to do that, but if you sit around and do nothing, you're going to get nothing. And I personally don't know why these people would act the way they do. There obviously could be some mental problem. I don't know. Like, if you just like going around killing people, then I don't know what kind of problem you'd call that. There's no restrictions on them doing it. They know that the SIU are going to defend them, or they're going to let them off. Anyways, I mean, I can't think of one. There's never been an officer charged yet. And how many of these shootings has there been? So they know that they're going to get off. They know they're going to get their free vacation, and they know they're going to get the exoneration. And if they're lucky, if the city's lucky, they won't get a successful lawsuit. Now, of course, the only witnesses that they've had at the police board hearings are police witnesses, police staff members, I guess the police chief and some other person that did an analysis. Well, it doesn't really work that way, folks. If you've ever done an article or anything yourself, been to university, not necessarily university college, written both sides of of the issue. I mean, I'm going to, when I get the chance, do all sorts of research on the positive benefits of body cams. And the best one is to correct police behavior. You're on a camera, and I think that's why that's being resisted by the city. So I think the Old Boys Club has got to be broken down with protesters, with factual knowledge, and hopefully some volunteer lawyer or something that will help us out, and a roundtable of people that is going to go on YouTube and state what they went through when their loved one got shot. And it's amazing, really, at least in my inquest, I couldn't stay for the whole thing. I was just so revolted by their accusations of my son. It made me really want to throw up. And actually, I think I did a couple of times. But these people have no morals whatsoever. So don't think that they're thinking, oh, I'm really sorry I shot your loved one. No, they're not sorry. They don't care. Okay, so that sort of attitude has got to go. We have got to get together. We have got to discuss this. I'm telling you that the only way of fighting these people is for us to get together and get some kind of strategy, whether it's a lawsuit with all of us, class action lawsuit, something like that. You got to get them where they feel it, and that's in their pocketbook. But really, this city is nothing but a disgrace. To have these cops working for them, to have the kind of stories that they tell, to have the SIU back them up, I don't know what you'd call it. I mean, it's so dishonest, it isn't funny. And to just say that these people are going to lose their souls or whatever, I don't know about that. But the thing is, we're on Earth right now, and we have to deal with these people and get something done. Let's get it going. I'm not afraid to do it. I'll organize it, or let you guys organize it. Okay? Because if it stays the way it is, they could shoot anybody they want, anytime. That's wrong.